Before stating pure facts that may hurt your feelings, I implore you to do one thing for me. If you like the content, drop a like, subscribe, and prepare to cry, because there will probably be at least one thing in this video you absolutely despise. And that's my aim. Tokyo Ghoul is fucking mid. Let's address the massive fuck off elephant in the room. Tokyo Ghoul is as mid as it gets when it comes to keeping my attention. Now wait. Before I get spammed with comments saying, "You're stupid, you don't have good taste in anime," hear me out. Tokyo Ghoul had something going for itself in the first season. Kaneki as a character was a great canvas to absolutely smear paint on as the story progressed. It showed the normal and corrupt side to being a ghoul, and how a good-natured kid can be pushed to the point of extreme retaliation if pushed far enough. And to be honest, I was genuinely sold on the entire show and its premise. But fast forward to the heathenous mess of the second season and we run into a little bit of a problem. The second season of Tokyo Ghoul has always been an issue, mainly because I can never get past the first few episodes. The route they decided to take during the finale of season 1, where Kaneki basically joins the enemy and is essentially saying fuck you to everyone that helped him out, was absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, I'm all for edgy characters and doing something different, but what Kaneki did was smear shit over anyone who once cared for him, and that just didn't resonate with me. And to be honest, let's be real, let's be honest now. The fights and general overarching plot were all just okay at that point, to be honest. Tokyo Ghoul is by no means bad, but it ain't all that, hence I deem thee Minimus Prime. Autobots, roll out.
You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself.
No! Why are you running? Why are you running?
Certain anime don't suit the sub format. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Now, the topic of sub versus dub will forever be a debate in the anime community that will never reach a conclusion, and to be honest, I'm fine with that. But it just has to be said. Certain anime simply just don't suit being in Japanese, and to be honest, a good dub changed the overall viewing experience. For example, I've watched Hunter x Hunter 4 times now.
Why?
And each of those times I've alternated between dub and sub simply because I genuinely believe both are just as good as each other. And if anything, I find that my experience watching the dub version is a little bit more enjoyable simply because of the voice actors doing a very good job. There are even some instances where the dub version of an anime just makes way more sense than even watching it in sub to begin with. Cowboy Bebop is an anime I'm currently watching, and I'd rather eat snails marinated in snot than watch the sub version simply because it just makes sense for this type of story to be told in English. The same goes for an anime like Black Butler. The anime is set in Victorian London, so why in the name of holy fuck would I opt for the sub version over the English version? I mean, it holds the same absurdity as Mami-chan being best girl over Chizuru. It just makes no damn sense. Now, aside from all this, I'm fully aware that some English dub can be absolutely atrocious. However, when it's done right, the viewing experience can genuinely change from great to just amazing. The Magi anime series should be considered in the top 10 anime of all time. My love for the Magi anime series knows no bounds, and to be honest, I don't even think this should be an unpopular opinion. Upon first watching Magi, the character that obviously immediately caught my eye and everyone else's eyes was Sinbad, but this doesn't mean at all the other characters were not amazingly well designed. The uniqueness of the Magi world and how it came to be in its current state is truly breathtaking, and to be honest, no other anime has been able to replicate the feeling I get from watching this show. The way in which the subtle abnormalities of the world are presented is truly brilliant, and the underlying politics surrounding alliances, countries, and the uprising and threat of different military powers coming out of the woodwork due to the appearance of dungeons and djinns is just the definition of peak fiction. Magi is love, Magi is life. The erased ending was actually pretty good. Again, now this is one of those ones where you just have to hear me out. Erased gets a lot of needless hate simply because of the ending. For those of you who haven't actually seen the Erased anime, don't worry, you've entered into a spoiler-free zone. Now here's my attempt at trying to explain the essence of the ending without giving away too much. The main premise of the Erased ending is that the main character basically had a simple 9-to-5 job, but he worked overtime every day because he cared for his co-workers, but at this end of the month, he never got paid. Now to the people that have actually seen this ending, here's why it's the best ending you could ask for. The ending further solidified a subplot by reinforcing the idea of a town without me. A Town Without Me is a short story written by a little girl called Kayo, but instead of applying it to her, he actually applied to the main character instead. It solidified the fact that the main character was not doing the right things to get recognition, rewards or glory. In fact, he was absolutely fine with being non-existent as long as everyone was safe and happy. So in other words, the short story was actually foreshadowing certain events that would transpire in the anime. So instead of it being a town without Kayo, the writer, it was instead directed to Satoru, the main protagonist. And the ending further solidified exemplified his resolve to do what was right regardless of the consequences or rewards that he may or may not have wanted. To the people that haven't seen this anime, honestly, take some time out your day, give it a good watch, because I genuinely believe the whole journey is worth it. Manhwa equals a better reading experience than manga. No. You will listen to what I've got to say, goddammit. Before continuing further and hurting the feelings of you childish humans, hear me out. I'm not saying manhwa is better than manga. I'm just saying from my personal experience, when reading a manhwa versus a manga, I've always found it much easier to follow a manhwa combat sequence or environment change as opposed to its manga counterparts. When typically reading a manhwa, you find there to be less images and more space between panels in general. But when consuming manga, the general aesthetic is to have multiple panels on a page with an abundance of text, making it sometimes hard to follow in terms of dialogue, environment, and even battle sequences. Now manhwa circumvents this problem by allowing more space between each section of a fight scene, which makes it feel as if you're watching an actual anime while scrolling through the chapters, and in general, there's less text on each manhwa panel. So for a majority of the time, I'm appreciating the art style, the beautiful scenery, instead of straining my eyes to try and follow the mounds of text in each jam-packed panel. But again, I reiterate, manhwa is not necessarily better than manga. Now before you click off, you slimy bastards, hear me out. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Why? Because it's free and you can always just change your mind. Now without further ado, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Amo Sensei out.